All right. We'll get started in about a minute or two. Gotta make sure everything's set up. All right, the second game show of the night live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We will get started shortly. Hey, Baronator. Oh, I'm feeling much better. Feeling much better. I've been on and off last week, but I'm feeling much better. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Baronator. Welcome. Got a couple new games. Well, kinda. I think you might have seen them. Just 5 with us. Good. Good. This is the second stream. You're early for once. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. All right. I think we're about to get started. It's good to see you, though. Oh, you can actually stay up for the full stream tonight? Oh, good. Not getting too tired. Sometimes I'll do 2 or 3. I get tired by the end of the third one, man. Some of these go late. It's good to see you. Welcome back. We had a lot of new people join the last stream. That was kind of cool. All right, guys, we're going to play Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess the balloon that I'm making will get a point on this scoreboard. Up to 2 guesses per person. Baronator, I did add you to the hall of support, by the way, for getting the book, so thank you on that. For buying my book. Hey, M&H, welcome back. Alexander Ortiz, welcome back. We're playing Guess That Balloon, you guys. First person to correctly guess the balloon within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. Oh, thank you, Baronator. Oh, this week is sometimes awful. Oh, I feel like it's extra spooky today. Well, it was a bear. Man, that thing was go. I'm a master at popping them. Alexander, it looks like you're the first person to... Oh, M&H, actually. Nope, my bad. Teddy. You said Teddy, but I just realized M&H said bear ahead of you. M&H, welcome back. Good to see you on a second stream. He really is Alexander. All right, we've slightly changed the scoreboard structure. Players competing are in black. Okay, former champions are in red. Yes, this is the last one for the night. Yep, I'm only doing 2 today. Been getting ready for my move, and I'm working on some other projects as well. We're going to play another round of Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess this balloon will get a point on the scoreboard. You liked and sub. Oh, thank you, Alexander. Fireworks for subbing. First person correct to guess the balloon I'm making within 2 guesses will get points on the scoreboard. Wow. I don't know where Javier is. Alright, starting that balloon over. Hey, Hazard Riley, this is a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We're playing a round of Guess That Balloon. The first person correct will guess what I'm making within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. Dare I read a whole page of what? Whoever just subbed, this firework is for you. We're going to move on to a card game after here. Alright, this is a 2 balloon design. First person to correct, so guess what I'm making within. Oh yeah, 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. Man, those snaps are like a rubber band hitting the tip of my finger. Does not feel good. What? Wow, man, I'm really popping a lot of these. To be fair, I went camping over the weekend. It was 90 degrees, and I left my balloons out in the sun for 3 days, and it's very bad for balloons. So I'm very sorry if I pop a lot. Whoever subbed, this fireworks for you. Moving on to, well, trying to finish this round of Guess That Balloon, and then we're going to play a card game. First person to correctly guess this balloon will get a point on the scoreboard and join M&H. It is not a dragonfly. It is not a butterfly. We'll do one more round after here. First person to correctly guess it is a flower. Flower would be correct. Alec, let me add you to the scoreboard. You were the first person on my screen to say it. Hello, we got a lot of new people in. Alec, it looks like this is the first. Welcome to the scoreboard. It looks like this is the first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I will be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You are the 151st person to enter the Hall of Fame. 151st. One person enters the Hall of Champion every single stream. There's currently 40 people in the Hall of Champion. That's whoever gets it. Oh, M&H, you said it first. Give me a second. Let me check. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, M&H did show it first. I'm so sorry about that. M&H, you did say it way back before, and I didn't even catch it. Thank you. I do make mistakes, so it's good. It's good to... Nope, you did say it first. Alec, I am so sorry. I have to take your point away, Alec. I am so sorry. I have to be fair. M&H did say it first. I do apologize about my mistake. Your name is staying on the scoreboard, though. Your name is going to stay on the scoreboard. I do like to... Yeah, it did. I'm sorry. I like to be fair. The 3 key principles of this game show is we want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. But I will keep your name up there. We're going to play one more round. One more round of Guess That Balloon. And then we will move on to some card games. Sorry, guys. I try to keep it as fair as possible, and I do make mistakes. First person to correctly guess what I made will get a point on the scoreboard. That is a dog. That is Sky said it. Sky the goat. Sky, I gotta add you to the scoreboard. Sky the goat, welcome to the scoreboard. And Sky the goat, it looks like this is your first time here. And first time earning a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I will be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. Moving on to another game. All right, moving on to another game. We're going to play Family Feud. Alec, I'm going to keep your name on just in case you get a point. Then it'll be easier for me to just add the slash because you're sticking around. So, moving on to Family Feud. All right. This round of Family Feud, up to 6 points can be handed out to the players. Up to 6 points can be handed out to the players. Hey, Kellen, welcome. Welcome. This is a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Oh, okay. 6 points can be handed out this round. You guys are allowed as many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like, until I say done and you hear the buzzer. Once I say done, I'm not accepting any more answers. All right. Name something you wouldn't want to have happen while you're pet sitting. As many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment. Hey, X Stacks, welcome. This is a live game show. I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Name something you wouldn't want to happen while you're pet sitting. You're allowed as many guesses as you want. 1 guess per comment. I use my screen to break ties, and as long as your answer is on here, you get the point if you're the first person to say it. If you're the first person to say it, you will get it. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop it right there. I apologize. There are 6 answers that could be on here. Going back to the top. Name something you wouldn't want to have happen while you're pet sitting. Die. Yep, that is on here. Pet dies. M&H, you're going to get the point for that. This is a lenient game as well, so as long as you're close to one of the answers, you'll get it. Dog dies. I've already get that pet away. The pet runs away. Yep, that is on here. Hey, that's Kellen Rickman. I got to add you to the score. Welcome to the scoreboard, Kellen. I do have to make sure I spell your name right. My records. And Kellen Rickman, it looks like this is the first time you're earning a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I will be adding your name to the Hall of Fame after the show, where once you enter, you never leave. Once you earn 1 point on this game show, you enter the Hall of Fame. If you earn the most points in one stream, these are 2-hour-long streams, you get entered into the Hall of Champions. 1 person is entered every single day. The dog poops on me. Oh, my God. It says the pet pees on the floor. That's close enough. I'll give it to you. Sky the Goat. You're going to get that one. Because I've ever actually watched the show. They're pretty lenient. The dog running away. I already gave that away. Dog gets sick. Oh, the pet gets sick is on here. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Baronator. Baronator, welcome to the scoreboard. Baronator is a former champion. He has already won a game, so he is entering in as red. Baronator is not competing into the Hall of Champions. Only the people with black names are competing. He's here hanging out, trying to beat the high score. The high score of one stream is currently set by Javier Goatman at 82 points. Get him hurt. Uh-oh. Not on here. Jumps away. I already gave the point to run away. I already gave the point to dive. All right, all the other answers are below when I said done, so I'm not accepting any more. All other ones are below when I said done. Wait, oh, hold on. Hazard, Briley, you said it first. What did you say first? Please let me know which word you said first. Oh, was it dog? Oh, was it dog that you said first? I'm going to go back and I'll pop out my chat and show you, but let me know. If you guys are disputing something, you have to know which one you said first, because we go through so many rapid rounds that I don't know which one you are referring to. So I'm going to go ahead and show you both of them. I'm going to pop out my chat. We do use, I assume you mean dog, we do use my chat to break the ties, because on many people's screens, it'll show many people said things differently. So we have to have some way to break the ties. So let me pop out my chat and show you guys. Hazard Briley, this is where you said dog. And if we look a few above you, Sky the Goat said dog right here. And yep, you were the first person to say dog. And then if we scroll down even more the next time you had said anything, the dog running away, but it was already Running away was given to Kellen right there, the pet runaway. So, doesn't matter which one you said. Well, it does matter. It's good to let me know. We do try to keep it fair, and the most fair thing we can do is just keeping it off of, going off of my screen. All right, moving on. All right, we are going to play a game I made for this stream called Justifiable Thoughts. This is where I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter that I choose. Either your sentence or your word. It could be a one-word answer or a sentence. It must start with whatever letter. All right. Name something you cannot flush down the toilet, starting with the letter M. Name something you cannot flush down the toilet, starting with the letter M. The first person who has an acceptable answer on my screen will get a point on the scoreboard. A map. You cannot flush a map down the toilet. Is Kevin. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you because I'm thinking really big maps. Your mom. Oh, my God. Yeah, you also could not. I would have accepted that, too. A monkey. Oh, my God. Is Kevin. Welcome to the scoreboard. Is Kevin. It looks like this is your first time earning a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I'll be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, or once you enter, you never leave. All right. Where is Javier? I don't know. Alec, you said it first. Let me pull out my chat again and show you. So, guys, how the internet works is it might show many people on. It might show many of you on your screen that your comment was first because it's because of how the internet works. Oh. Is Kevin on my screen said map, then Alex said mom. Since I'm hosting, I get the messages first. And it's easier for your device to show you that you sent it first. If you guys sent it around the same time in real life, it'll show many people that they all sent it first. And so we have to have some way to break ties, so we just use my screen. Is Kevin said map, Alex then said mom. So I'm sorry if it doesn't seem the most fair. However, we do have to have some system in place, and I do try to make it as fair as I can. Hey, Nick Nax, welcome back. All right, no problem. Baronator will be here. All right. We're going to move on to another round of Justifiable Thoughts. Name something you would hate to happen on a vacation. Name something you would hate to happen on a vacation, starting with the letter B. Starting with the letter B. Name something you would hate to have. Be robbed. All right. Kellen, I will accept that. Be robbed. I would also hate to be robbed on a vacation. Kellen, you're going to get another point. Kellen, you and Sky the Goat are currently tied with 2 points. Well, actually, M&H, never mind. M&H has 3 points. M&H is currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. We are 18 minutes into this stream. The champion is announced 1 hour and 55 minutes into the stream. We have a 5-minute break halfway through. I don't stop the stream. I just take a break. Be deported would also suck. Bicycle. You guys have a lot of good answers. This is a fun game. All right, we're going to play another round of Justifiable Thoughts. All right, what is an item you would find in a bedroom starting with the letter T? An item you would find in the bedroom starting with the letter T. Time clock. Tube socks, tissue. Yep. All right. I'll give it to is Kevin. Kevin, you're at 2 points. All right, guys, we're going to move on to another game. This game is highly beloved by many of the people who've been coming here. I've been streaming for a little bit over a month. People love this game. This is called Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a place for teaching and learning. The second definition, a furry animal with a broad, flat tail and large front teeth. You're allowed 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like. School would be correct. That is a point for M&H. Man, that was, you guys, it was close. M&H, you got the point there. Beaver is correct. Who's the first person on my screen to say Beaver? That was, again, M&H. M&H are at 5. And I'll have you guys know, typos does not matter. I'm lenient on a lot of the games. Oh, Kellen, what is the question mark? Crazy Vlog said I said it first. Guys, when you were disputing, which one did you say first? Because when you guys are disputing it, I need to know which word exactly. So don't say I said it first, I said beaver first, or say I said school first, or say whatever, because we go so rapidly that I don't always know which one you guys. All right, beaver, thank you. I just, I want to keep it fair, but we also want to keep it fluid as well. School. Crazy Vlog said you said school first. Let me go back and check, and I will pull up my chat. I'll pop it out and show you guys. Oh, Kellen, you don't ask. We'll move on to the next round very shortly after I do. All right, so it was school and beaver. So if I show you guys, we're playing Blurt, is where I read the dictionary definition. On my screen, M and H said school, then Kevin said classroom, then Sky the Goat said school, then Hazard Briley said school. And then if we go to beaver, M and H said beaver, and then Hazard said beaver. Oh, knickknacks, I hope you come back another time. It's one of the reasons I do multiple streams a day is because some people don't have the best internet connection, and so sometimes people will come back later and then they'll have a better connection. I do stream multiple days or multiple times a day, usually at least 6. I try to stream at least 6 days a week, multiple times throughout the day. Also, some things you can do. Some people have, if you have a newer, if you have a laptop or something, you can get on the laptop. Or if you have, all right, Alec, I hope to see you come back another time. If you're at home and you're on mobile data, you might want to switch to Wi-Fi. Or some people say refreshing the stream also helps as well. We're going to move on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either of these definitions will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. If you don't know the word for the first definition, you just answer the second, and vice versa. 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like. So the first definition, and yes, I do read 2 definitions, and up to 2 points can be handed out. The first definition, a large box made of slats of wood. The second definition, the early form of an insect, such as a caterpillar or grub, when it has just hatched from an egg. Whoever just subbed, this fireworks for you. I will repeat the first definition. A large box made of slats of wood. The second definition, the early form of an insect, such as a caterpillar or grub, when it has just hatched from an egg. Larva was correct, and I don't see the first definition yet, or nobody got the first one. Hazard Briley, you got the point for larva. On my screen, you were the first one to say it. I'll repeat the first definition. A large box made of slats of wood. Hazard Briley, welcome to the scoreboard. And guys, I do know sometimes it can seem unfair with the answer showing up differently on your screen than my screen. I do apologize. We do have to have some system, and I do try to make this game as fair as possible. I try to make this game as fair as possible. Hazard Briley, it looks like, and nobody got it yet. Hazard Briley, it looks like this is the first time earning a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I'll be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. It was crate. You said building first. Building was not the answer. A large box made of slats of wood was crate was the answer. We're going to move on to another round of Blurt. Nobody got the point for crate. I'm going to go back and double check and make sure nobody said crate. Okay, cool. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, someone who is a member of an army. The second definition, a tough, horny covering on the foot of some animals as horses and pigs. Soldier is correct. I know you have a typo, but I am lenient with typos. Sky the Goat, you're going to get the point for that. You're at 3 points. Hoof is correct. Spelled H-O-O-F, but I'm lenient with typos. Alexander, you got the point for that. Alexander, I'm pretty sure I've seen you before. But it doesn't look like you've made it on to the scoreboard before. Let me go ahead and add you in real quick. Welcome to the scoreboard, Alexander. I know you were in the other... I'm pretty sure you popped in the other day for a little bit, right? Before I was done. Alexander, welcome back. I'm pretty sure you were here before. Either way, it's your first time getting a point on the scoreboard or on this game show, which means congratulations. I'll be entering your name into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You said soldier and horseshoe. Well, the answer was hoof. This is the dictionary definition from the Webster's from when this game was thing. You said, so horseshoe was not the answer. Hoof was the answer. You did say soldier. Let me go back and see. Kellen, you did say soldier. Sky the Goat, I know she had a typo, or he, looks like a G. I know she had a typo right above you, and I am okay with typos, but on my screen, Sky said it above you. I'll go ahead and pull out my chat and show you real quick. We want to keep it fair. And I'm also very lenient with typos, as long as you're close enough. Sky the Goat said soldier here, and then Kellen, and then you said soldier. As long as your typo is close enough to the word, I accept it. Yes, Kellen, and so how the internet works is, since you guys are sending messages from all over the world on many people's screens, it'll tell all of you guys that you said it first. Not all of you, but it'll tell a lot of you guys that you said it first. And we have to have some way to break ties, so we go off of my screen. Otherwise, I'd have to sit here for 10 minutes while you guys all send me screenshots, and then it would still say 5 people sent it first. And that we still need some type of system. And to keep it as fair and as fluid as possible, we just use my screen. And you'll see, it'll happen more too as well. There will be other times where you'll send it so close to somebody else on both of your guys' screens. It told you both that you got it first. So we use my screen as a tiebreaker. I'm sorry if it isn't the most fair. It's just we have to work what we have because we're not all in the same room. So we're going to continue on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a fully grown male chicken. The second definition, the title of a religious leader who lived in India about 2,500 years ago. Rooster is correct, Sky. That's the point for you. Alexander, you were a close second. You guys came boom, boom, boom right on mine. Sky, you are at 4 points, catching up to M&H with 5. And the second definition, repeated, the title of a religious leader who lived in India about 2,500 years ago. Hey, Plastic Fantastic, former champion, welcome back. It is not a shaman. The title of a religious leader who lived in India about 2,500 years ago. Usually depicted in statues as a big fat guy. Meditation is commonly associated with him. Vipassana is a type of meditation associated. Buddha would be correct. Oh, man, that went M&H and then Alexander. M&H, you got the point for Buddha. You're at 6 points. That was good. That was good. That was a close one. When you guys started going, they started flooding in. We're going to move on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. So when you guys hear me finish a definition, you can start guessing. I do read 2 definitions at once. You can guess for either. You can guess for both. But you're only allowed 1 guess per comment, but as many comments and guesses as you'd like. The first definition, a winged insect that gathers pollen and nectar from flowers. The second definition, To go on foot at a pace faster than a walk. B would be correct because it's going for Sky. That was a close one, too. Sky, you're at 5. It's not sprint. It's not jogging. To go on foot at a pace faster than a walk. You guys can keep guessing, though. You can keep guessing. Hey, Assassin, welcome. It's not sprint. It's not jogging. Jogging's close. Assassin, I can check, but you were like the 5th person to get it. It's a very small word. Assassin, once somebody gets this right, I will go check. To go on foot at a pace faster than a walk. It's a 3-letter word that starts with the letter R. Running is close enough. Running is close enough. It was run, but I'm lenient. Kellen, you got the point. You're at 3. I'm gonna go back and we have some disputes. All right, Crazy Vlogs, welcome. You said B first. You know, honestly, when it came to B, there were so many people who said it so fast that my chat was blowing up for a quick second there. So give me a second. Let me scroll up. As you can see here, Buddha was the last round. And then Sky, the goat, said B, then Crazy Vlogs, then Kellen Rickman, then MNHB, then Plastic Fantastic. This would actually be a good example because so many of you said B at the same time that I bet if a bunch of you guys checked your chats right now, you would see it in all different orders. And many of you would be first on your guys' screen. But Sky the Goat said it, then Crazy Vlogs, then Kellen, then MNH, then Plastic Fantastic. And Assassin, you were way down here. I know you said it showed you first, but on my screen you were like 7th. All right, and the first person while I'm here, the first person who said run. Kellen, running is close enough. I'll give it to you. Kellen, you did say B 3 times in a row, but it still wasn't first. You got to be first for me to take it. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. And these are dictionary definitions in the Webster's Dictionary from the time this was published. Moving on to Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: someone who is trained to fly in a spacecraft. The second definition: the grayish solid material left after something has burned completely. Astronaut is correct. Kellen, you got it on mine. Sky, you were a close second. Kellen, you're at 4 points. Ash is correct. M&H, you got Ash. You're at 7 points. I'm going to go ahead and read the scores real quick. Amongst the former champions, Barinator has won. Amongst everyone, spelling should count. Spelling, I am lenient. I have different levels of leniencies depending on the game. And we'll move on to the after I read the scores, we will move on to the one game where spelling is strict and typos are not allowed. There's only one game, but there are different levels of leniency. So amongst everyone else, Barinator has won. Amongst everyone else competing into the Hall of Champions, M&H, you have 7 points. Sky the Goat, you have 5. Kellen 4. Is Kevin 2, Hazard Briley 1, Alexander 1. Now, we're going to move on to password. Yes, we will try to keep this. We are trying. Oh, I'm glad you love the game. We are trying to keep this environment a fair, fun, and friendly environment for everybody who joins. Fair, fun, and friendly. If you guys like any of the games you see on this stream, I also have links in the description as well. It's a way you can help support the channel. They are affiliates, so I do get a little bit of commission at no extra cost to you. But Hey, Caesar, welcome back. Welcome back. James M, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we're going to move on to password. Now, this is the only game where typos matter. You are not allowed to have a typo, but capitalization does not matter. No reason to be sorry. All right. How password works is I give you guys clues and hints to my one-word password. The password is always one word. The first person to guess my one-word password without any typos will get a point on the scoreboard. Hey, I'm glad you love these games. People go into business to try to make blank. You can make enough money sometimes, but that doesn't mean you make blank. Blank is what happens when you make all the money and you subtract everything else, like all the business costs. When you take all the money that you've made and you subtract all of the business cost, what's left over is called blank. Profit is correct. Profit is correct. I'm going to just double check. We got a lot of people in. So I want to make sure that, yes, Plastic Fantastic, you were the first person to say it. I just had to double check because we got a lot of people in. Plastic Fantastic, welcome back. And welcome to the scoreboard. Plastic Fantastic is a former champion. So you are being entered in as red. It's good to see you back. Got a couple regulars in. James M is also a former champion. Moving on to another round of password. The first person to correctly guess my one-word password will get a point on the scoreboard. Typos are not allowed. Capitalization does not matter. What is it called when you are in your kitchen making food? When you are applying heat to something to prepare it to be edible, you are blank in your kitchen. Cooking would be correct. Hey, Anastasia, and also former champion, welcome back, Anastasia. Cooking is correct. First person to say cooking and spelled correctly on my screen was Plastic Fantastic. Welcome back. Capitalization does not matter. So this is the most strict game. Yes, this is the most strict game. All right, moving on to another round of password. The first person to guess my one-word password based off of the clues and the hints that I give will get a point on the scoreboard. Typos are not allowed. Capitalization does not matter. You're allowed as many guesses as you want. One guess per comment. What is the liquid that people apply to a wall with a brush or to a canvas with a brush, or if you want to change the color to something and you apply this liquid to a brush, or I'm sorry, with a brush to something, what is it called? It is called paint. That is correct. James M, you got it first on my screen. James, you got it first on my screen. Oh, that was a close one. That was a close one. Plastic Fantastic, you were a close second. All right, James, welcome to the scoreboard, a former champion, so he's entered in as red. Guys, I do try to stream at least 6 days a week, usually 2 to 3 times a day. It depends on the day, but I usually like to do at least 2 to 3. All right, moving on to another round of password. The first person to correctly guess my one-word password based off the clues and the hints that I give. Hey, Dollar, welcome back. Based off the clues and the hints that I give without any typos, we'll get a point on the scoreboard. Dogs make this sound when anything bothers them or when to talk. Hey, Mike Tones, welcome back. Also a former. I got a driver. Time to play. Bark would be correct. Speaking of Mike, he got it. First one on my screen was Mike. Mike, welcome to the scoreboard and as a former champ. Technical difficulties. I hit the wrong button and I didn't even know that was on my soundboard. Mike, as a former champion, you are entered in as red. Welcome to the scoreboard. Mike, glad you got a driver so that way you can come and chill and just play. Mike got the chat pot. Yeah, I don't even know what button that was because I didn't even know that. I don't even know what button that was. Alright, well, I'll stop. Technical difficulty. Continuing on. Hey, welcome back, Baronator. Moving on to another round of password. The first person to correctly guess my one-word password will get a point on the scoreboard. This is a small hole with water in it. You can oftentimes accidentally step in one. You can't really go swimming in one. You're definitely not going to fish in one. You only really see them after it rains. Puddle would be correct. That is a point for James M. James, you're at 2. Moving on to another round of password. The first person to correctly guess my one-word password will get a point on the scoreboard. Typos are not allowed. Typos are not allowed. What is it called? What is the title somebody's given when they write a book? For example, I wrote this book, Beyond Solitaire. I am now considered a blank. Author would be correct. Author would be correct. That is a point for James M. You might go fishing in a puddle. All right, James. You're at 3. Moving on to another round. Actually, we're gonna switch it up to Family Feud. All right, we're gonna play a round of Family Feud. Up to 7 points can be. You can fish into a tour. Up to 7 points can be handed out to the players. You guys are allowed as many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment. Yes, I am your host, Shannon. We're going to move on to Family Feud. Name something people rent for a party. Name something people rent for a party. Up to 7 points will be handed out to the players. Thank you, Baronator, hype guy. I'm accepting many answers for this. Many answers. You're allowed many answers, just 1 guess per comment. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say done there. When you guys hear the buzzer, that's that round's done. All right, I'm only accepting answers above when I said done. Although Family Feud's a little weird because since there's only a definite amount of answers, sometimes I will go past done if I see it. But usually, most of the games when I say done, I don't accept the answers above when I said done. But this one's weird because there's only a finite amount of answers. Like I said, every game has different level of leniencies and rules. All right, we have Alexander said banned. It's banned on here. Banned is on here, Alexander. You get a point. You're at 2. House. Not on here. Jumper. No. Music. Oh, DJ's on here. M&H, I would have given it to D. M&H, I would have given it to you for DJ, but James M said music above you, and music is close enough. Ooh, DJ. A venue. That's a good answer. Not on here. It's a good answer, though. Space with these same lights. No. House, nope. Food. Ooh. No. Band is already given. Bounce house, catering, playground, entertainment. Then we have clown. M&H, you got clown. Just a couple more. Trampoline park. That would be cool. All right. That was all the answers for that one. All right, we're going to play Tribond. Tribond is where I give you guys 3 things. Hey, that's okay. Welcome back, Kellen. Tribond is where I give you guys 3 things. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common get a point on the scoreboard. I will give you guys an example of one because we have a lot of new people. For example, I could say telephone, barbed, and copper, and the answer is wire. Telephone wire, barbed wire, copper wire. So now we're going to move on to a real round. There was an example. Moving on to Tribond, where I give you guys 3 things, and the first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have navy, string, wax. Hit a dead zone on the road. Welcome back, Mike. Hey, Javier. Goatman has arrived, currently holding the high score at 82 points. It is not paint. We have navy, string, and wax. This is a tricky one. We'll see if anyone gets it. Navy, string, and wax. Welcome, welcome, Javier. This is a tricky one, I will admit. I want to put 10 seconds on the clock. Bean is correct. Navy bean. I don't know how wax beans. I've heard string beans, but yeah, beans was the answer on this card. Mike, that's a point for you. Moving on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Spot, stop, strobe. The first person to tell me what spot, stop, and strobe have in common. I wouldn't have not gotten that one either, Javier. Spot, stop, stop, and strobe. Light would be correct. That is a point for Javier. Javier, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Moving on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3... Hey, Sky the Goat, I hope to see you back another time. Moving on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have humans, porcupines, books. Humans, porcupines, books. They have an S. Humans, porcupines, books. Spine would be correct. They have spines. Guys, just so you know, the answer's got to be on the card for me to accept it. Spines is correct. M&H, that is a point for you. M&H, you are at 9 points. You are at 9 points, I believe. I'm going to read the scores real quick. Amongst all the champions who are already in the Hall of Champions, we have Baronator with 1, Plastic Fantastic with 2, James M with 4, Mike Jones with 2, and Javier with 1. Amongst everyone else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, currently in the lead, we have M&H with 9 points. Then we have Sky the Goat with 5, Kellen 4, Is Kevin 2, Hazard Briley 1, Alexander Ortiz Rivera has 2. Whoever just subscribed, this firework is for you. Moving on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. The Komodo dragon, the Gila monster, the iguana. The Komodo dragon, the Gila monster, the iguana. All right, I'll call you Alex. Reptiles is a little too broad for the answer on this card. Reptiles is a little too broad for the answer. Lizard is correct. That would be a point for M&H. Usually I am... That's 10. Different games have different... Baronator. All right, Baronator. Hope to see you again in another one. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. All right, Baronator, can't wait to see you back. First person to tell me what plum, rice, and tapioca have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Plum, rice, tapioca. Food is too broad. Pudding is correct. That is a point for James M. James, you're at 5. All right, we are going to... We do a halftime break that'll be coming up shortly. I don't stop the stream per se, but I do walk away for about 5 minutes. It is the official halftime of the stream. But we have a few minutes before we hit there. All right, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We are going to play a round of Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess what I am making within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. 2 guesses per player per balloon. This is called Guess That Balloon. Not a dog. All right, and it's done. Sword would be correct. We have a sword right here. First person on my screen who said sword looks to be Javier. Javier, you're getting another point. You're at 2 points. Moving on to another round of Yes, That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess what I am making within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. I think I just ripped this balloon. That's okay. I've got a few hundred more. First person to correctly guess what I'm making will get a point on the scoreboard. 2 guesses per player per balloon. Color does not matter. A color is not an indicator. Here we go. We got a little flying thing with a little stinger on the back, and it would sure suck to get hit by this. B would be correct. Who is the first person on my screen who said B? I said it first. I saw sword first. All right, Crazy Vlogs. Let me go back and check real quick. Looks like M&H said B first. Give me a second. I said sword first. All right, I will pop out my chat and show you. On my screen, we have Javier said sword first. I'm going to scroll back up, make sure. Yep. Javier said sword right here, and then Crazy Vlogs. Then you said sword right here. All right, I think we're going to play one more game, and then we're going to go on break. This is fun. We're going to play... you said it first, like 3 seconds after he said it. But, well, we just go off of my screen to break ties. All right, we're going to All right, we're going to play Battleship. We are going to play Battleship. You guys have been here long enough. I'll pop out my screen for Battleship when I go through the answers. Don't start guessing yet. How Battleship works is I have a bunch of ships hidden on my Battleship board. Up to 30 points can be handed out to the players. Up to 30 points can be handed out to the players. What happens is you need to pair a letter with a number. Don't start yet. You need to pair a letter with a number. The letter must be between A and J. For example, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The number must be between 1 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're guessing where I hid my battleships. If you are the first person to hit that part of the battleship, I'll give you a point on the scoreboard. Up to 30 points can be handed out this round. Up to 30 points. I'm only going to accept about 30 to 40 guesses. And then I'm going to say done in the chat. So, for example, you could say A1 or you could say J12. Go ahead and begin. I'm only accepting answers above when I said done. Go ahead and start. You're allowed as many as you want. One per comment. One per comment. Rattle them off. I'm only accepting about 30 to 40 answers. As many guesses as you would want. And that's going to be time. Ooh, that's a lot. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read off the answers. We have D4, miss. A5, miss. B5, hit. That is a point for Javier. J10, miss. C5, miss. A8, miss. C4, miss. B5, hit, but it was already a hit. I only give it to the first person to hit it. D5, miss. E5, miss. F5, hit. That is a point for Javier. All right, continuing on, we have D10, hit. That is a point for M and H. And if I forget to give you guys your points, please let me know. Javier, I did realize I forgot to give you your second one, but I just gave it there. Continuing on. I'm sorry. I said that I would do, I'd pop out the chat. This is actually going to be good for you guys to see how wildly different your screen is than my screen. I'm going to pop out the chat for this. All right. I think I left off at, the last one was D10, so I'll keep going from here. G5, miss. H5, miss. I6, hit. That is a point for Javier. You're at 5 points. Continuing on. I5, hit and sunk. That is another point for Javier. No extra points are awarded for sinking. I just let you guys know. Continuing on, we have A4, miss. H8, hit. That is a point for M and H. You're at 13. J5, miss. H3, miss. D6, miss. J3, miss. G5, miss. A11. It only goes between 1 and 10. No numbers higher than 10. No letters past J in the alphabet. D3, miss. D4, miss. B3, miss. C6, miss. B5, hit, but it was already a hit. 87. A letter with a number. E4, miss. C3, miss. F9, miss. D4, miss. E6, miss. A7, miss. G2, hit. Who's at a point for? Kellen. Kellen, you're at 5 points. Continuing on. F4, hit. That is a point for Javier. You're at 7 points. Continuing on. E2, hit. That is a point for Plastic. Fantastic. Where are you? Plastic Fantastic right here on the scoreboard. You're at 3 points. G6 miss. A3 hit. That is a point for Mike Tones. F6 hit and sunk. That is a point for Javier. There's nothing extra rewarded for sinking there, just to let you know. You're at 8. E3 miss. E2 hit, but it was already a hit. I3 miss. G4 miss. G6 miss. F6 hit, but it was already a hit. Wow, I accepted a lot of answers this time. C8 miss. G7 miss. A5 miss. G8 hit. That is a point for M and H. I'm going to read until I put done in the chat. All right, what was the last one I just... GH. Oh, right there. A10 miss. E3 miss. J10 miss. B6 last one. Hit. That is a point for James M. You are at 6 points. All right, that was good. That was good. Hey, Johnny, welcome. Hey, Ethan Clow, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, guys. This is officially the halftime. A lot of points were given out there. 13 points. Almost half the points were given out. We might play another round of Battleship in a little bit. I do reset the scoreboard and I reset the Battleship between streams. However, it stays the same until the end of the stream. So, for future reference, you could write things down. You could write down when I say hit or miss if you wanted to. You didn't have to chill and hang out. No problem. We're going to take our halftime 5-minute break. At the sound of the gong, the 5-minute break has begun. At the sound of the air horn, the 5-minute break is over. I do keep a stopwatch on me so that way I can be back here in exactly 5 minutes. Have a good night, Johnny. The 5 minutes starts now. I will be back in 5 minutes for the second half of the show. Hey, it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you could show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 unique one-player games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? The three key principles for this game show: we want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. All right, continuing on. Hey, Sky, welcome back. James, welcome back. Mike. Just kidding, people, halftime's funny. Yeah, I take a 5-minute break in the middle of every stream. These streams are always about 2 hours long. The champion is announced 1 hour and 55 minutes into the game. I do the 5-minute break to allow people to go to the bathroom, myself included, especially because I usually do 2 to 3 streams a day, 6 days a week. When you guys hear this sound, the air horn, that means the break is over. All right, we're going to continue on. We have about 48 minutes or so left in the game. We're going to play Justifiable Thoughts. All right. Name something you would find on a playground starting with the letter S. Name something you would find on a playground starting with the letter S. Slide. There's a point for Javier. You would definitely find a slide on a playground. A swing. Yep, those are good answers. MNH, you were close second, but slide. There's a point for Javier. Moving on to another round of Justifiable Thoughts. Name something you would find in a garage starting with the letter G. Something you would find in a garage. It has to start with the letter G. M&H, you got the point for gas. James, you're a close second. Your sentence or your word. Either way, it can be one word or it can be a sentence, but it must start with the letter that I give you, and the letter will be different every round. Has it been 5 minutes already? It has been. I even keep a stopwatch on me so that way I can keep track of the time. Moving on, we'll do another round of something you would find in a garage. All right, something you would find in a garage with the letter S, starting with the letter S. Ethan, Chloe, welcome back. Name something you would find in a garage, starting with the letter S. Saw, Mike Tones. You've been lifting weights? I typically like to work out. It's really good for my mental health. It's the last couple months have been very rough for me because I just been nursing an injury, so not nearly as much as I would like to, but typically I do. It's more so for my mental health than my physical health, though. Mental health matters. It does. I mean, it's good for my physical, but one of the best things you can do for your mental health is just to physically be healthy and stuff. So it really goes a long way. It's also it's really good for like reducing stress and anxieties, being like physically fit and stuff. Really good for you. Name something you cannot flush down a toilet starting with the letter M. Name something you cannot flush down a toilet starting with the letter M. This is one of my favorites, so I keep doing it. A monkey. I would agree. Mike, you got it. You cannot flush a monkey down the toilet. Name something you cannot bring on an airplane starting with the letter L. Yes, Sky, but it's a different letter. So sometimes I'll repeat ones that I really like and just use a different letter. L, ladder. Yep, I've never seen anybody bring a ladder on an airplane. I'd assume that would be way too big. Or some of the others. A lake. You cannot bring a lake. A lighter. They say you can't bring a lighter on an airplane. I've seen so many people do it. A lion. Could you imagine if somebody brought a lion onto an airplane? I would not want to be on that airplane. I would not want to be on that airplane. Name the worst birthday gift you could give somebody starting with the letter N. Starting with the letter N, name the worst birthday gift you could give somebody. This is called Justifiable Thoughts. Nothing. Nah, that's not the worst. That's pretty, I don't know. That's pretty bad. No, there's things worse than nothing. There's things worse than nothing. A nest. See? A nest. If somebody gave me like a nest of like bees or something. Conquer, guys, it's supposed to start with an N. Nothing. You know what? I'll give it to you, Javier. All right. Mike said this is a good one. Sky, that is not appropriate. We try to keep this friendly, fair, and fun. Family friendly. All right, I will give the point to Javier for nothing. Mike thought it was good. And you know what? We're just justifying the worst. You justified the first answer. Flush for sure. Yeah. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. To be fair, I said the worst thing you could give somebody. That is probably one of the worst things you could give somebody. So it doesn't look like you support that. Which is good. Moving on to another round. Yes, and I am lenient. People make mistakes. Just remember this is a family friendly environment where we keep it fun, fair, and friendly. Maybe the worst response I've seen this far. That's fair. It was rough. Sky, please do not do that again. Yeah, we do ban people for inappropriate comments and making other people uncomfortable. So we will. That was pretty rough. I will I will give you one. Seen flushes for far less. Oh my God. All right, yeah, no, this is a very awkward situation. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very lenient with a lot of things. That one's really, really rough. Sky, this is gonna be your first and last strike. Just don't. Yeah, there's been worse. There's been definitely less though. That was pretty rough. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty rough. We're gonna move on, Sky. We're just gonna keep it friendly, guys. Because remember, it was the worst thing that you could give somebody, and I would agree that giving that to somebody is really bad. I didn't say what's the best thing that you could give somebody. If I said what's the best thing that you could give somebody, and you said that, you would have definitely you would have 100% gotten flushed for that. But I did say what's the worst thing you could give somebody. Oof. We're gonna go on. I try to be lenient. We're just gonna keep it clean. All right. Name something you love, starting with the letter L. Name something you love. We all name something you love. FFF, awkward. Mike Tones loves life. Laffy. What is Laffy? Hey, Christina, welcome back. Mike, you're getting the point for life. What is Laffy? Like Laffy Taffy? Large dogs? Oh, I don't love when they jump on me. Little sis, that's good. That's good. Good to love family. Name something you would find in a medicine cabinet, starting with the letter M. Feeling pretty good. I'm glad you're enjoying the beach. Name something you would find in a medicine cabinet. Mike, you said money. Do people put money in their medicine cabinet? Ethan, I guess medicine would be the obvious answer. Mike, you were the first one to say something with an M, but you said money. Do people hide money in their medicine cabinet? I don't know. You guys could have... Your grandma used to put money in her medicine cabinet? All right, Mike, you justified it. Point for you. That's probably the worst spot to hide money, just because like they're in bathrooms and people, like everybody uses a bathroom. Your grandma hid money in a jar in the freezer? I'm so glad banks are around now. Wow, guys. Name something you would not find in a refrigerator. Starting with the letter H. Name something you would not find in a refrigerator. A hose. All right, M&H, you would not find a hose. A horse? A head. You guys better not find a head. Money in your DVD cases. M&H, you're getting the point for hose. Name something you can drum on with 2 drumming sticks and make it sound good. Starting with the letter D. Name something you could drum on. Starting with the letter D. Yeah, drum. That's fair. Okay, we're going to do that one again. Right after I said it, I'm like, yeah, D for drum. All right, we're going to do that one again. That is a point for Ethan. That generation did not trust banks. No, they didn't. You love borrowing movies from her? Oh, man. All right, Ethan, you're going to get the point. Ethan, welcome back. Welcome back. Got to add you to the scoreboard. Ethan, I know I've seen you before, but it looks like this is the first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations, you will be entered into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. Name something you would not find as an Olympic sport. Name something you would not find as an Olympic sport. Starting with the letter K. Congrats, Ethan. Hey, it's getting hard. We got more people joining every single day. We have more people joining. Killing. I will agree with that. I would also, that's what, yeah. Killing would not be a good Olympic sport. Not in today's age. M&H should get the point for that. Kites. Could you imagine kite flying at the Olympics? Oh my God. Oh man. Kickball. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Yep. Killers would not. Karate. I could see that one. A kissing booth. Oh, no. No. That would be a weird thing to watch. Oh my God. All right. Karate should be. I could see karate being an Olympic sport. Name something. Name something you. Excuse me. Name something you can buy at a pet store starting with the letter L. Something you can buy at a pet store starting with the letter L. They almost removed wrestling? Wow, that's a good one. Lizard. Mike Jones, you get the answer. Lick and tick. Oh, that says lice and tick treatment. I thought lick and tick. And I was what is that? Leash would be good. Lizard was the answer. All right, name something you can find in a school starting with the letter C. Something you can find in a school starting with the letter C. A child. All right. M&H, yep, I would agree. You can find a child at a school. Moving on. Name something you can see through or is translucent. Name something you can see through that starts with the letter L. Something you can see through. Thank you, M&H. A lens. All right. This point for Javier. Name something teenagers suck at, starting with the letter T. Name something teenagers suck at. Starting with the letter T. Telling the truth, teaching truth. These are all good answers. That's a point for Javier. I would agree with that. Troubleshooting. Oh, James. James, if I could just give you enough of those, that's a good one too. My God. Tennis was a random one, Ethan, but... Name something you would hate to find in your pocket, starting with the letter B. Name something you would hate to find in your pocket, starting with the letter B. Oh. Bees would be correct. A bomb. A boo. Bugs. Oh. Bees. M&H, you're going to get the point. And Christina, it's good to have you back as well. We got a lot of champions. We got a lot of regulars. Bubblegum. Oh, yeah. Are you true bubblegum? That would not be fun. Mike, are you on the way to the beach? Are you coming back from the beach? It's getting pretty late. Hey, Baronator. Welcome back. Oh, I hope your friend's good. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Mike. Name something with a zipper starting with the letter H. Something with a zipper starting with the letter H. Well, 4 hours behind. Oof. Hoodie. Good answer, Javier. Oh, Baronator, hope your buddy's okay. That can kill some people. Just all allergic to everything. Oh. Hoodies have zippers? Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess not, actually, because don't the hoodies just go over you? But then if it's not a hoodie, it's just a jacket? Wait a minute. Hold on. Well, can't some hoodies, though? Can't some hoodies have can't some hoodies still have a zipper pocket, though? I'm saying, in general, I think they don't, but I think some could. Hey, Cookies to Music, welcome back. Oh, that's true, Javier. Some do have zippers on the hood, so you can unzip it and get the hood off. That's true. That's true. All right, it is justified. If you could think of it, you justify it. It's called justifiable thoughts. You justified it. Ooh, Baronator, that's scary to have that many food allergies. Name something that would lose in a fight against a snake, starting with the letter S. Something that would lose in a fight against a snake. A snake. Okay, Mike, on a technicality, I would 100% agree there is definitely a snake that has killed another snake out there, meaning the second snake lost the fight to the first snake. Mike, you get the point? A snake would lose, and indeed lose a fight. All right, we're going to do another round of that one. Name something that would lose in a fight against a snake, starting with the letter T. Starting with the letter T. Name something. No, you're right. You're right. You got that one fair and square. I thought somebody would say it as soon as I said letter S. A turtle. Yeah. Baronator, you're getting that one. Baronator 2. A Teletubby would definitely lose. A tank. Oof. A toad, yeah. Ooh. Got a balloon pop right there. Turkey would probably lose too. Name a reason you would not go in the ocean, starting with the letter K. Name a reason you would not go in the ocean. Starting with the letter K. Kelp. You wouldn't go in the ocean because of kelp? Isn't that like seaweed? I guess if you're allergic to kelp, you wouldn't go in the ocean. Kelp are slimy. I give it to you, Cookies. I'll give it to you there. All right, Cookies, up to music. Welcome to the scoreboard. Moving on to another round. What were some of the answers you guys said? Killer whale, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't like touching on seaweed. Yeah, I haven't seen Luke or Ruffle for a while. I haven't seen Richard today either. I don't like swimming with too much seaweed. I'll be honest. Name something you do when the power goes out, starting with the letter A. Name something you do when the power goes out, starting with the letter A. Ask why. That's fair. Nope, that's James. I'll give it to you. Argue. Hey. Oh, no. James, you're getting the point for ask why. Name a phobia starting with the letter P. Name something people are scared of starting with the letter P. Name something people are scared of. Name something people are scared of. Photophobia. I do get a kick out of responses. I love this game. I'll give it to you, Javier. Oh, yeah, I love reading these responses. This game's great. People. Yeah, pain. Some people are really scared of pain. Paranormal. Oh, yeah. Baronator, who's scared of Pringles? Baronator, who's scared of Pringles? Like the can or the chip? Like who? You got some weird friends, Baronator. You got some weird friends. All right, I gotta look up the Pringle logo real quick, just to refresh my memory. That's a dapper chip salesman right there. Nice mustache, good toupee. That's great. I don't know why they thought that either. When the snake pops out, that's fair. They're not real chips. Nah, most of that stuff's not real. Sure, we can move on to Blurt. We'll play one more round. Name an animal starting with the letter B. Name an animal starting with the letter B. Then we'll move on to Blurt. Bear. That is a point for Mike Tones. All right, we're going to go ahead and read the scores. We have about 20 minutes left. We have about 20 minutes left, and we're going to move on to Blurt. Where is it? Right here. I have been expanding it as well. All right, amongst the former champions, Baronator has 2, Plastic Fantastic 3, James M 7, Mike Tones 10, Javier 14. Amongst everyone else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, we have Cookies Up to Music 1, Ethan Clow 1, Alexander 2, or Alex, my bad, 2. Hazard Riley 1, is Kevin 2, Kellen 5, Sky the Goat 5, and in the lead currently M and H with 19 points. Hey, Fireworks, welcome back. I'm also kind of hungry. There's a mosquito that just keeps on biting me. That's okay. Continuing on to another, we're gonna play Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed off to the players. The first definition: the thick, soft hair that covers the body of certain animals, such as cats and foxes. The second definition: either of 2 children born to the same parents at the same time. Good job, Ethan. Fur would be correct, so that's a point for M and H. Twin would be correct, that is a point for Javier. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the score, but up to 2 points can be awarded to the players. The first definition: a shelter made of canvas or nylon, supported by poles and held to the ground by ropes and pegs. The second definition: a humorous poem having 5 lines. Oh, that's going to be tricky. Tent would be correct. That is a point for Cookies. You're at 2. Tent. I'm gonna read the second one. Put 10 seconds on the clock because I think this one's going to be. Oh, set it so low. Sorry, Mike. The second one repeated. A humorous poem having 5 lines. 10 seconds on the clock because I think this one might be too tricky. Limerick or limerick? I think limerick sounds better. Haiku is 3 lines. 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, then 5 syllables. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. The first definition: a building in which people live. The second definition: a drink made by mixing fruit juices, soda, or other ingredients. That's fair. A house is correct. That is a point for Mike Tones. Punch is correct. There's a point for Mike. Buck, buck, cluck. All right, Baronator. Buck, buck, cluck. I gotta work on my clucking. I like to make animal sounds, so I gotta work on my clucking. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will go to points on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition. A juicy, yellowish, edible fruit that looks like a small peach. The second definition. A business establishment that provides rooms and often meals. It is not a lemon, and lemon definitely does not look like a peach. Not a pear. Apricot is correct. Point for cookies. You're at 3. Oh, hotel is correct. Another point for cookies. You realize that after you said that. That's okay. It was funny. Cookies are at 4. Moving on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I give the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a United States or Canadian coin worth 1/100th of a dollar. The second definition, to say in a low voice that is hard to understand. That's ironic that was the definition. Say is not a cent. It is not a dollar. Penny. It's a point for Javier. The second definition repeated, to say in a low voice that is hard to understand. Yo, what's up, Mike? Oh, Shannon. Mumble is correct. Who said mumble? M&H said mumble. Guys. You just caught that. I know, it took me a second too. Alright, moving on to another round of Blurt, where I will try to be router. I will try to be louder. I will read that. Yeah, you heard it that time. Yeah, you did. Jeez. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, an area of land that rises high above the land around it. The second definition, a soft mineral made up mostly of tiny fossil seashells used especially for writing or drawing on a blackboard. Chalk is correct for the second one. M&H, that's a point for you. I'll repeat the first one. An area of land that rises high above the land around it. Ethan, just so you know, M&H said mumbling right before he said mumble. Mountain is correct. That is, I believe, a point for Baronator, but I'm not. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, actually, quite a few people said mountain way before. My bad. I didn't even see that. M&H, you said mountain way first. Sorry, Baronator. Moving on. What's my workout regimen? Bro looking deezed? It depends on if I'm injured or not. I've got a broken body for my age, man. I usually just do calisthenics in the morning and then weights at night. And then sometimes I go on a run after the weights. Erase the point from the other person. Who did I give a point to? I think Cookie's got mountain and what was the other one? Chalk, right? Yeah, it was mountain and chalk. Oh no, M&H got mount. Oh, I see. I don't see. I have no clue. I thought I gave the point for chalk, and then I was waiting for mountain. The first person to say chalk was M&H, and then I went back, and then I saw that M&H also said mountain first. Oh, for bear? I have. Who did I give it to? You did not get the point for mountain. You are right. Oh, yeah, but I said that it was Baronator, but I didn't actually write the point. I think I said Baronator got the point for mountain, and I said, let me double check, and then I went back, and then I saw that it wasn't, but I never actually gave the point to Baronator for mountain. So I said Baronator, but I didn't give him the point yet. I said it, and then I said, let me double check, and then I realized it wasn't. So I was saying sorry because I thought it was going to him, but it ended up not going to him. But I don't think I ever actually gave them the tick, though, for it. Yeah, but yeah. But if you guys want, we can just take all of Baronator's points away. Anyway, for fun. Baronator, you're going from 2 to 0. You can thank Mike Tones. No, I'm kidding, Baronator. Here's your 2 back. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on this scoreboard. The first definition: the outer covering of the trunk and branches of a tree. No, you're good, Mike. The second definition: the language of Great Britain, the United States, Canada, Australia, and various other countries throughout the world. Nerfed bear. Bark would be correct. That is a point for James M. English is correct. Who's the first person to say it? That's Cookies. Up to music. 5 points you're at. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a flash of light that appears in the sky from natural causes and is a form of electricity. The second definition: to try to force a person to pay something by threatening to tell a secret. Lightning would be correct. That is a point for Javier. Blackmail is correct. That is a point for Cookies. You're at 6. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. Fireworks. What happened? Did I miss something? All right, I'm going to continue, though. The first definition: the joint at which the hand and arm come together. The second definition: a solid food made by separating the curds from milk. Wrist is correct. That's a point for Mike. Cheese is correct. That is a point for Javier. Where are you, Javier? All right, remember, you guys have your choices between Fs in this game. You take 3 Fs or you take 1 F. You either are fair, fun, and friendly, or you get the F out of here. A risky joke. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: something that is very popular for a short time. The second definition: a 2-wheeled vehicle pulled by horses. Javier, I like that. FFF or flush. Yeah, you get the F out of here. Oh my God. I love Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah, I forgot we're playing a game. I miss Dr. Pepper. Fad is correct. Point for Cookies. 2 up. I don't think anybody has it. It's not a carriage. It's close. A 2-wheeled vehicle pulled by horses. Baronator, have you ever had Mr. Pibb? I really like Mr. Pibb as well. I think I might like it a little more than Dr. Pepper. I love them both, though. Chariot is correct. That is a point for Baronator. Yeah, I really like that one. I like them both. They're pretty much the same, almost the same, not quite, but pretty close. Moving on to another round of blurt where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, an animal that lives on water or land and has a body covered by a hard shell. The second definition, a light, narrow boat that is pointed at the ends and moved with paddles. Turtle is correct. Canoe is correct. First person on my screen to say turtle would be Javier. First person on my screen to say, excuse me, canoe would be Cookies. Oh, Ethan, you said turtle. You said turtle first. Let me see. Where did you say turtle first? I will pop on my chat real quick and show you. We're almost at the end here. On my screen, Javier is just above Ethan, followed by Baronator, and then M&H, and then Cookies up, 2 down. Moving on to another round of... Oh, Baronator, good luck fixing that. We're going to move on to another round of blurt where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. A robot with a human appearance. A robot with a human appearance is the first definition. The second is a small job. A robot with a human appearance, and then a small job. Android is correct. That is a point for Mike Tones. A small job. Typically, these are done at home, and nobody gets paid for doing them. Sometimes kids get paid for doing them as an award. Task is close. Chore. Point for Cookies. Moving on to another round of blurt where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. A vehicle equipped for transporting the injured or sick. The second definition... I'm not reading that one. The height of an object or point in relation to sea level or ground level. Ambulance is correct. Point for Mike Tones. Altitude is correct. That's a point for plastic. Fantastic. Coming in at 4 points. We have a little less than 2 minutes left. Moving on to a couple more rounds of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the score, but the 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a network of fine, silky threads woven by a spider. The second definition, a series of questions or tasks to determine a person's knowledge or ability. Webb would be correct. That is a point for Mike Jones. Test is correct. That is a point for M&H. Moving on to another round of blurt where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. The first definition, the hollow part under the arm at the shoulder. The second definition, an aircraft supported in the air by rotating blades mounted above. Did it have test in the definition? No, it didn't. I'll reread it in a second. Helicopter is correct. Pit is close enough. It's armpit. M&H for Pit. Who said helicopter? Cookies. Yeah, maybe I read it wrong, but for the test, it was a series or questions of tasks to determine a person's knowledge or ability. I might have choked on my words, though. I've been having some things. Fireworks, what did you say first? You did not say helicopter first on mine. I will show you, and we are actually out of time. We are out of time. Yeah, I agree, James. No one sucks, and sometimes it took you 2 weeks to get into the champions, but some people it takes them multiple streams to even get in the Hall of Fame. I agree. There's been some really good competition on here. There's been some really good competition. So no, Fireworks. I agree with James. You don't suck, everybody. As long as you're here and you're having fun. James, you even had quite a few close battles, I remember. Yeah, Cookies said helicopter first, and then Fireworks, then you did. This is your first time more than 2 points? Well, you are at 10. All right, we're going to read the scores. Baronator, you're going to go hitchhiking. That's crazy. I just met up with somebody the other day who it's going to be their first time hitchhiking, and I hung out with them 5 hours for 5 hours giving them tips on how to hitchhike. Where are you going? I'm probably not going to be hitchhiking again until next year. I'm super excited for it, but I'm super excited to hear about your I really want to hear about your hitchhiking journey. I love to hitch. It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, James, you've had a few that were like right down to it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and read the points real quick because we're at the end of the stream and hang out for talk for a few minutes after. Amongst the former champions, Baronator has 3, Plastic Fantastic has 4, James M has 8, Mike Tones 16, Javier 19. Amongst everyone else competing under the Hall of Champions, we have Ethan Clow 1, Cookies, you got 10. Alex 2, Hazard Briley 1, is Kevin 2, Kellen 5, Sky the Goat 5. And ladies and gentlemen, coming in first place with 25 points and who will be entering the Hall of Champions at number 41, M&H. Congratulations, M&H. Have a good one, Mike. The celebrational pop of the balloons. Congratulations, you made it, you did it. Fought hard, fought well. Baronator, what state are you in? M&H, I'm glad you think this is fun. Yeah, Ethan, a lot of people are typing fast. Careful of train hopping. Just careful. God, you gotta be careful of train hopping. It's a felony if you get caught. But besides that, about 700 people a year die from that. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying, like, really gotta know your stuff on that one. Anybody can hitchhike. Way more people die train hopping than hitchhiking. Train hopping is definitely not for the inexperienced, I will tell you. Cookies, my background is a tapestry. Actually, everything you see, all the games and some of the props are linked in the description below. So if you click the link and buy it within 24 hours, I'll get a small commission. It's an affiliate link. It's a small way you can support the channel. Somebody else asked about this earlier. It's not a green screen. It's just a cool thing. Strobe the home. Thanks, Cookies. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever hop on a train again. I've never went far the times I did it, but if I got a felony, I would lose my I would lose certain things that I don't want to lose, certain opportunities and stuff. So I never hopped on them like long term, like not even with a backpack on, just kind of for fun when I was a lot younger. That's always a risky one. This chat is rigged for you. You're a giraffe rider? You're a graph rider? Found out I was yeah. Look, look, people. I always like tell people like I don't care what you do if it doesn't bother me. People can do whatever they want, But like, there's like, especially in the U.S., I mean, if you have a felony, you can't get your passport. There's a lot of jobs you can't do. Like There's a lot of things in the U.S. that as soon as you're a felon, like you lose so many of your rights as a felon that like it can make it very, very, very hard. Yeah, it really does screw you over. It can make it very hard life in the U.S. as a felon. So that's all I'm saying. You're in Canada? I hitchhiked to Canada. They almost didn't let me in. Because I got in trouble before. I'm not even joking. I was at the border. They almost didn't even let me in. I hitchhiked to Canada last year. Oh, I don't know about the laws in Canada. I don't. But you got to be careful with trains though, because they carry some really expensive stuff on there. I mean, it's at least in the U.S. I would just check into it if you're going to do it. In the U.S., train tracks I think they're considered federal property, no matter where they are, and so you're rough on others, but not on Canadians. Oh, that's weird, Ethan. Barinator, isn't it getting kind of cold? What month is this? I don't even know what month this is. August? You got some time before it's cold, right? Yeah, federal. I thought so, James. Wow, Cookies, that's kind of weird. Sunday's already September. Oof. I've just been spending so much time working and writing on my books, writing my next book and stuff, and then just working on stuff that I've gone outside this year way less than I would have liked to. I've just been grinding on my computer and stuff. Walk into a store now, it's Hello, thanks, miss. Yeah, it is. Cookies, have a good one. Yeah, you're welcome, Cookies. I have no clue who that Johnny is. Yeah, Ethan, you finally got on the Hall of Fame. My streams are the best. How do I? Don't know. I have the pinned comment has my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App. You could also, if you wanted, or not also, I mean like options. I have a book on how to play different solitaire games. So like with a deck or two of cards. I also wrote this book on how to play solitaire games. I even wrote one of the games in here. But if you wanted to just donate, my Cash App is Shannon1742, and then my PayPal and Venmo are mindfulDiscovery@yahoo.com. No pressure on that, by the way. Oh, man, dude, alcohol ruins so many people's lives. Ethan, I'm glad you finally got that point. Man, hockey player or not, like, that sucks. that just gave me goosebumps. That's unfortunate. Thank you, Cookies. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cookies. I really, really appreciate that. Man, that is some sad news. Yeah, I really like to ride bikes. I don't like to do it in the city, though. Yeah, let's cheer it up, guys. That's just... What the heck? What the heck? Just gonna make a random balloon to try to make it a little happier, right? Woo, balloon! Oh, Baronator, I like that. Oh my god, that squeak is awful sometimes. Thanks, Cookies. Did the air conditioner get my throat and nose? I've had to... Thankfully, it's going to be warm soon because I have it like right there, and it's I had to move the vent so it's blowing away from me. Yeah, that's a gun. I was around a lot of people over the weekend, and I don't know if I caught something because I was around, like, there's a lot of kids. It was a family event, and so, you know, kids, dirty things get everybody sick. But I had just cleaned this AC out with like bleach. I think like was it last year? I think I took it apart and just made sure it was clean, bleached it out. Cookies, I'm glad you could spend so much time on this one. You made a... That did not make that balloon that I made. Oh my god. I actually just now officially gone through my second or third box of balloons. I think this is my second box I've gone through, which means I've pumped over 800 balloons because these boxes were like 400 balloons each. Second or third. I'm thinking it might be the third just because I don't see... Oh, no, I see 2 more boxes. Yeah, so I've done over 800 balloons on the stream now. And now I gotta just refill that up. Thank you, Baronator. H&M had them fingers faster than Kakashi from Naruto on his keypad. Oh, man. Thank you. I really like it, too, guys. I have a lot of fun doing this. I do. There's so many things about this. Like, I love doing the balloon art. I love making games. I love just playing games. Oh, wow. I've never had a balloon. I've never stretched a balloon into 2 pieces. Yikes. Well executed. Thank you. This is just the beginning. I hope it gets a lot bigger and I have a lot of ideas. Do I make up all these card games? No. So, Blurt's not mine. Tribon's not... The only ones that I've made up for this stream, because I make other card games, Justifiable Thoughts I made up, and then I got a couple other ones, like Good News, Bad News I made up for this stream, but I need to buffer it up a little bit before I put it on. I have another one too, like reverse trivia, that I want to add. Oh, the balloons I made up. Nope, I learned on YouTube how to make all of these balloons. The camel. And I see your MX Master Fam, good ass mouse. Oh, this is a G604. Are you talking about? Are you talking about my computer mouse? It's really, really. Oh yeah, I did make the Guess the Balloon. I did make the Guess the Balloon. Dude, this thing's awesome. I work so much on my computer with making games, graphic design, video editing, computer programming, and like just so much stuff that like all these programmable buttons. It sucks because now I can never go back because I have so many like I think I have 10 extra buttons on this mouse that I use consistently that make things so much easier. The mice are nice. The mouse on the wall. Yeah, I did make the Guess That Balloon. That's true. Are you a coder awesome? Or also awesome? Yeah, I taught myself just front end and stuff a couple years ago. I actually was going to heavily get into it this year. I was going to start applying, and then I started applying back in I think January, and I saw several jobs. Like the average job had like 500 to 800 applications, and then once I saw one that had 1,800, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep computer programming for personal uses, and I'm just gonna continue on with my games and stuff. This is what I really want to do anyway. The only reason I ever got into computer programming was to make my website and just help me make games and help me make different things as for my game career. And then I liked it so much, I'm like, oh, maybe I could do this for work. Yeah, cookies, that's true. H&M had 25. What happened to the LED bars? Man, there's this heart in the way that cuts off some of your guys' words sometimes. The little reaction thing, and it's kind of tricky. I broke some things, and then I had to return a lot of things, and then I just put some things away because I'm hoping to be moving soon. I'm hoping to be moving in the next 2 to 8 weeks. Thank you. Thank you, Cookies. Yeah, I originally got in it because I wanted to make a website. I do everything the hard way. I do everything. I wanted more control over everything, so that's why I haven't published my games through publishers. My book is not published through a publisher. I didn't even want to go through a website builder, so I learned coding. It's just because once you start using other people's softwares or other people's systems, other people's platforms, other people's audiences, you lose so much control. And so I do everything the hard way. Everything the hard way. I mean, I learned how to format the book. I learned how to format books just to make this book. I learned computer programming just to make my website. I learned graphic design just for my games. I mean, it's been, whew. Right, Ethan? That's funny as heck. Awesome, Cookies. And thank you again. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, M&H, I didn't even know you were still here. That is hilarious. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Oh my god, my face is getting red. I'd hate to see yours. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, James. M&H just threw me off right after that. This does just keep getting wilder and wilder. Oh, I'll have you guys know, because you guys like Blurt so much, that I bought a dictionary from a thrift store, and I've been reading it. I just started reading it yesterday. I have been reading it. I've only been skimming for the nouns, though, just so I could expand Blurt for you guys. I am currently on page, 106, and there's 1,597. Just because you guys like Blurt that much, I bought this for a few bucks at a thrift store. It's oddly really fun to read a dictionary. The after show almost better than the games. I'm going to give you guys good life advice. Practice. My wrestling coach taught me this. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. If you practice something bad 1,000 times, on the 1,001st time, you're not all of a sudden going to do it good. So, practice makes permanent. How you practice it is how you're going to execute it. James, I'm glad you love the games. James with the games. Oh my God, Ref Wolf. I haven't seen Ref Wolf too many times since we sat here for hours listening or watching him name off hundreds of bears. That was crazy. Yeah, Javier, we've had a fun after party. That's for sure. But yeah, while I'm here, I'm going to just add on to the... Hey, M&H, you are the 41st person in the Hall of Champions. I got to update the Hall of Fame while I'm here. Yeah, Javier, where'd you go, Goat? Goat man. Yeah, M&H was fast. M&H was fast with those fingers, that's for sure. Wi-Fi usually helps a lot of people. I'm so glad you guys are all having fun with this stream, and hanging out after too has been pretty fun as well. Barinator, what made you decide to go hitchhiking? I used to have Verizon. I really, really, really liked them. And then I had Sprint, and then I got bought by T-Mobile. And it's okay. Fair enough, Baron Eater. You know, honestly, I thought Verizon was good. In fact, I didn't find out. James, that might be your phone. How old is your phone? Because I know old, like, it could possibly just be your phone as well. I don't know if you drop it a lot or. Because, like, honestly, this is kind of funny. I mean, this is not anytime recent. Years ago, when I finally switched from Verizon, I think like 6-7 years ago, the first time I didn't have service, I was surprised. I was like, wait, what am I paying for? I didn't even realize. 2 years old? Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Wow, that's wild that you don't have it then. Yeah, that's fair. If your phone is storage is if your phone well, I don't know about phone. Is it the same with phone as laptops? If my laptop storage is like filled, oh, everything else runs really bad and I gotta transfer some stuff. Wow, is Verizon just going downhill? Do phones work the same as laptops in that regard? Of like if you have it full, then you just kind of screwed yourself? They do? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. M&H, have a good night. Congratulations again on entering the Hall of Champions. Yeah, I got my plan 7 years ago. I'm never switching because I also pay like around that price for unlimited everything. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this because it's getting late and I'm getting a little tired and I got to make sure I still work out. So I got to make sure I get off at a decent time. Yeah, it's only 10:22. Yeah, cool. It has been another great stream. I'm sure I'll be on tomorrow at least twice. At least twice. Yes, you guys will definitely see me tomorrow at least 2 times, maybe 3, probably not 4, but 2 to 3. Thank you guys for another fun night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will post. I have to figure out what time, and I don't know how late I'm going to be up reading and stuff tonight. So once I wake up, I'll figure out what times I'm going to do. Check my community post. Excuse me. For the most part, I do like to make posts in the morning to let you guys know. I try to make them at least a couple hours, at least a couple to a few hours before I start. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Thank you again for a great game show.